Guess what we're doing today? Look at this pillow on my couch, all haphazard, because I don't clean my house for you. I barely clean my house for me. Anyways, guess what we're doing? Guess. Say it out loud right now. We're going skydiving. We're literally not. We are gonna decorate the house for fall, which is wildly anticlimactic given the expectation that I just gave you. So I would not blame you if you wanted to leave, but I hope you don't, because it's gonna be fun. Also, I'm sitting at a really weird angle right now to fit into this shot. I wish you could see it. How can you see it? It's wildly unnatural and unergonomic. And my camera's sitting on top of a water bottle. I'm a professional. Let's go. We're going to get my fall stuff and it's gonna get dark. And now it's light again. I just slammed the door into the wall. It is September 9th, and I'm a big don't decorate for the next season until it's actually the next season type of person. So decorating for fall right now kind of goes against my religion because it is still technically summer, but because I'm an internet person, I have to do things in advance so that I have time to edit them and then put them on the internet. So like legally, I have to start decorating for fall now. And so I'm gonna show you where I keep my fall decorations. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, you're ready now. Okay, so here is my fall stuff. I'm once again sitting in a really natural position that I assume every day. So this is my tub of decorations. It's all underneath my blood pressure cuff. Really natural pairing. So we're just gonna pull it out. You pull it out really naturally and with grace. Okay, so here's what we've got in the fall decor box. Starting with the stuff that is not fall decor. Blood pressure cuff, we went over this one. Candle refill, not want to light it in this because it's paper, you need to put it in glass. Toy car, although David would probably consider it a model car. This box that says set of 2 puzzles, but it only has 1 puzzle in it. It's like wood pieces, I don't know. Thing for hanging plants that I've never put up because I don't have plants that want to hang, but at one point I thought I would. I was dreaming of it. A pair of old leggings, tablecloth, and now we're finally just at the regular fall stuff. Everything that's in here I bought like 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm pretty sure most of it's from like Target or something. I just panic bought it because I felt like I needed to decorate for fall. I didn't need to. It's just that society convinced me that I did. And I wouldn't buy most of the stuff now, but it's here, so we're gonna try to use it. And the first thing is this set of fake sunflowers, which I actually quite like these because they bring some color to the room and then I don't have to buy flowers all fall, which that's economical. I have this plastic branch thing that looks like wheat, and then I have 2 more of those. I'll just stick those in some sort of bottle and it'll make it look like autumn. I've got this Hello Autumn mug. I don't know if any succulents naturally actually look like this, but it looks cute. I got a bunch of these little fabric pumpkins that I'll probably put on like our mantle, put mantle in quotation marks because we have a fake fireplace. I got this leaf garland. It's very plasticky and it looks kind of cheap. I don't know. Oh, and it has lights. Light up leaves, very natural. And then I have this little wiry pumpkin. She also lights up. Oh, she does not light up anymore. You need a new battery? Oh my god, how the F do you open this? Not like that. Triple A's. It's the same as my boob size. And I think that's it for the fall decor. This is just other random party decor and a fern. Fake fern. I'm gonna start with this stuff and then I have a few things that I'm planning to make. I already went to the thrift store and bought some stuff to make like fall DIYs, so I'm gonna attempt to do that with you guys in a little bit too. But first I'm gonna get some of this stuff set up. I think I could juggle these. Nope, never could juggle, don't know why I would start now. Okay, so I put everything up that I already have, and I'm realizing that it's really not much. I'd like to do something a little bit more to like my credenza area. There's nothing really happening there right now, and I think that has the potential to be cuter. I can see it. I can see potential in things, and that's one of the things that I see potential in. I don't know what that sentence was. I don't know. Now I'm gonna try to get into the stuff that I got from the thrift store. I bought these plates that look like fall colored because I saw this girl do a DIY. I can't remember her name, but I'm gonna put it somewhere here. But she did this mosaic DIY on like a table, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. I don't have a table to mosaic, but I wanna mosaic something. And I was like, fall's coming up, so I'll do like a fall mosaic. And it also unlocked this this memory in me. Does anyone remember those little like mosaic tiles that you'd have in kindergarten? Or maybe it's just my kindergarten, I don't know. But they're just these little wooden tiles and you can just put them around each other and then make like a mandala thing. I loved playing with those. And I spent a lot of time alone playing with them, which explains things to me now. But that's what it reminded me of, so I was like, I want to do that. So I'm going to do it with fall colors. And I was like, you know what I need? More coasters. You never have enough coasters because you can never have enough ways to protect your tables from getting rings on them. That's my philosophy. So I went to Goodwill, and the Goodwill gods were looking down upon me because you know what was right there? 4 coasters. Just 1 4 set. 1 quartet. Quadruple. Quartet seems right. 1 quartet of coasters. And then I was like, I don't know where to buy mosaic tiles. I don't really want to order them. So I looked up if there are ways to make your own, and it turns out you could use old plates to make mosaic tiles. You just have to buy this thing that like breaks the plates. So I bought a bunch of plates in fallish colors, and I'm gonna attempt to turn them into mosaic coasters. Could be a disaster. Could be my next hyperfixation hobby. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so we've got our craft center ready to go. I got my coasters, I've got all the plates, and I've got my tools. I think I'm gonna go at this a little chaotically because I don't like following instructions, which is probably not advised for my own safety, but life is only exciting when you live it on the edge. I don't need ice right now. Can you stop, please? Oh my god, did it actually stop? Thank you. And I think I'm gonna start, I should probably wash these. Like I haven't washed them since they came back from Goodwill, but that was like a solid week ago, so whatever germs are on them have probably evaporated. That's how that works, right? Okay, so I bought this tool that the internet told me to buy to break glass. It kind of looks like if you made a wrench into a cartoon character, but that's what we're gonna use to cut these plates. And this feels like something I maybe need safety goggles for. I don't have any of those, but maybe if I just wear my glasses. These are like $500 with insurance, which is disgusting. Like, so if they get broken, that's a big problem because then I can't see. Okay, so, ow. The chair arm just like went up my butt. Okay, so I found this pair of inexpensive sunglasses that provide protection but aren't so dark that I can't see through them. Some people can pull these off non-ironically. I am not one of those people. Hopefully nothing comes under. They're usually like goggles, right? I guess we're just gonna risk it. Okay, I legitimately don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that sounds like it's cracking. It's kind of doing something. Ah, I did it. My first broken plate that I broke on purpose. How do you do it more precisely though? Is it doing it? No, it's not. This is why we have the safety goggles on. I wonder if there's a way to make it get like a square piece. Ooh, maybe. Ah! This one is pretty square. I got where to go. That's probably gonna keep happening. These are probably sharp, right? Should I be wearing gloves? Is it too much if I put on mittens? Let's try a different color because I can't focus on one thing for too long. I feel like this one's gonna be much more difficult. No, nothing yet. I was just clenching my teeth together so hard as if my teeth were on this and they were gonna break apart. Ah, ooh, that shattered into 3 pieces. Okay, I'm done being weird. No, I'm not forever being weird, but for now, taking it down a notch. Okay. I don't think you need eye protection for this as much as you just need for nobody to be around you at all. Oh, did I cut myself? No. That is super glue that's permanently stuck to my finger. These plates are all kind of different widths. I don't know if that's gonna end up being a problem. Filed under things I did not think about in advance. I'm gonna start doing this in a bowl. Perfect. Genius. Oh, okay. That worked the first time. Oh, that got some air. Hello, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new light, and I'm feeling good. I'm actually not feeling good. I have a cold, so I'm making a tea. Also, this bodysuit I'm wearing makes me look like I'm naked. Thrifted it online and I thought it was gonna be a little bit darker, but instead it's like perfectly my skin tone. Maybe I'll just dye it like a darker brown color. Obviously that's not happening today, so just ignore the fact that I look naked. Also, I'm like already sweating. This really absorbs sweat and you will probably be able to see that at some point. So ignore the fact that I look naked and I'm sweating. That's a really weird image for you. Actually scratch all of that. Forget all of that and we're making tea. I'm making this Silver Needle organic white tea from Arbor Teas. All my tea from Arbor Teas because it's made in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's the name. And I'm from Michigan, so it's like home state pride. But also their packaging is all backyard compostable. And they've got like organic teas, they're all loose leaf teas, they got fair trade teas, they got all the different kind of teas. So I've just been ordering my tea from them for like 4 years, and this is not an ad for Arbor teas. I really like them. You might hear my tea kettle heating up in the background, just ignore her. So we're gonna get into more fall decor DIYing things. Okay, hold on, she's actually getting really loud, so we're gonna give her a minute. First, a little recap on the coasters. So I finished them up. What am I doing? Where is my tea strainer thing? Can you just put the tea right into the cup like a Neanderthal? Where is it? Literally just had to move one thing. I finished the coasters. It took me a while to get the hang of chopping or cutting or crushing the plates correctly to get the shape that I wanted. So that process honestly took me like a couple of days, but I just did it while I was watching TV. It was kind of relaxing in a weird way. And then once I had all of the pieces ready, then I just played around with different designs, and I didn't get too complicated because I'm a virgin mosaicer. Can't go crazy your first time. I did try to make one look like a pumpkin, but I think it might look a little like an apple. The plate I had wasn't a true orange, it was like a corally orange, so when you look at it, it's like pumpkin or apple, not really sure. But apples are like a fall thing too, so it's fine. But once I figured out the designs I liked, then I just glued down the tiles, and I used this like ceramic specific glue. And I'm gonna have this glue for the rest of my life and probably into my second life, because it does not take a lot to glue those things on. I don't know why I'm opening this already. It's not ready for the honey. And then once the glue dried, I put on the grout, spread the grout, applied the grout. I applied the grout. You just rub it over, wipe it off, let it dry, super easy. And then they were done. And they were mosaic coasters, and I thought they turned out really good, and honestly it was really fun. I might get really into mosaicing now. And like, I don't think the coasters ended up looking perfect, but I kind of like that they're jagged, that they look kind of handmade. That might just be me trying to convince myself that it's okay that they're not perfect, because I am a perfectionist. But yeah, overall a really good craft. I feel like it'd be good for a girls' night to like have some friends over and be like, hey, here's a bunch of broken plates, make yourself a coaster. I think that would be a fun night to go to. Today, we are gonna focus on, still not ready for the honey. I just don't know what to do with my hands. Today we're gonna focus on scents, like smells, not like pennies. So I wanna do a little simmer pot, because those are super easy and they're fun and they smell delightful. And then I'm also gonna do a really easy, hopefully easy, DIY candle. So I'm gonna wait for this to steep, and then I'm gonna finally put my honey in, and then we're gonna do that. All right, it's simmer pot time. I don't know what I'm gonna put in the simmer pot because I don't really know what I have. So we're gonna find out. Okay, I've got an apple. That's key. That's going in there. I also have a lemon. I was hoping for an orange. I don't know why I thought I'd have an orange. I don't eat oranges, but I think a lemon could get the job done too. Ooh, and then I can piss on the lemon in my tea, and it'll be lemon honey tea. And that's the cure to colds, right? Okay, and then come over here. This is my spice cabinet and several other things. Don't judge me. You know, it's actually not organized that poorly. Okay, you can judge me. Cinnamon sticks. I might just use ground cinnamon though, because I only have two, no, I have three. I have three left, but I kind of want to use them for something else. We'll do cinnamon something. Ooh, cloves. Perfect. Cloves are excellent for simmer pots, especially fall ones. That might be all of the fall spices I have. What about rosemary? Would that be good? Do I need like fresh rosemary? I have fresh rosemary. Ooh, and vanilla. I have vanilla beans, but I got vanilla extract somewhere. That probably does the same thing, right? Okay, so I've got the simmer pot going. It's not the prettiest simmer pot I've ever made, but it smells good, and that's what really matters. It would be prettier if I put one of the cinnamon sticks in it, but I want to use those for my candles. And then also I feel like cranberries make it look really pretty, but cranberries like aren't in season right now. That's more of a Christmassy thing. So anyways, now I'm gonna make my fall candle, and I saw this idea on TikTok. I'm gonna put the handle of the person that I saw it from here, hopefully, if I can find it. It's not an original Morgan idea, but is any idea really original? Anyways, So I went to the thrift store, found a candle, and then I found a cute dish at an estate sale. And now I'm just gonna put some candle wicks in the dish and I'm gonna melt the candle down. And then I'm gonna put some fall scents into the wax. And then I'm gonna hopefully put some pretty things on top and it'll become a cute fall candle. Or I'll burn my house down, who knows. Okay, so I've learned in the past few minutes that not all glass is heat safe and therefore it shouldn't be used for candles. So maybe don't buy a random glass dish at the thrift store and use it for this, but use an old candle holder. That's what I'm gonna do. And then in the past when I've made candles using just like wax pellets, I've melted the wax using a double broiler method. I think that's what this is called. So I have this heat safe glass jar that I'm gonna place into this pot of water I have here, or pan of water rather. And then I'm gonna put the candle in there and it'll heat up as the water is boiling and melt down. Hopefully. As an aside, candle making is a very intricate process. There is a lot of safety stuff associated with it. Do your research before you're making candles. I've done my best to do my research. Some of the information out there is a little bit confusing, but I am gonna go ahead and take this risk, and if there are any tips or information that you would like to share with me for how I can do this better or safer, please let me know. So I have the temperature set to like low, medium, so the water is kind of simmering and the candle is slowly melting into wax. So some people will say to not buy candles at the thrift shop because you don't know what kind of wax they're made out of. They could be made of paraffin wax, they could release toxins. Based on my research, unless you're burning a whole bunch of paraffin wax candles all together in a very poorly ventilated room multiple times a day, multiple days in a row, probably gonna be fine. If I buy candles new, I'm usually buying soy or beeswax. Paraffin candles, well, they're usually cheap. Paraffin's derived from petroleum. Petroleum is basically fossil fuels, and we don't want to perpetuate the use of fossil fuels. Also, it can potentially release carcinogens. However, again, it's probably only going to have a very negative effect on you if you are burning large amounts of them, again, in a very poorly ventilated space all the time. So one potentially paraffin wax candle from the thrift store. I'm not too worried about it. The viewers will say I'm crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, so a bit of an update. We are no longer making candles. We are making Maxwell's. No wax melts. Because as I was doing more candle research, I learned that putting dried botanicals like dried flowers or cinnamon sticks or pretty much anything in the top of your candle is a fire hazard, which makes sense. But I definitely have bought candles that have dried flowers in the top of them. So I don't know, I guess like do it at your own risk. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to burn my house down. David would be so pissed, and also my landlord and me. But you can put things into Maxwell's. Wax melts. I'm never gonna get it. And I have a wax burner that just like heats up the wax and releases the scent instead of like a flame. You can do the same thing if you have one of those candle burner like lamp things where you put the candle under and then the lamp heats it up and the wax just kind of melts and then the scent releases without ever lighting the wick. Very fire safe, I guess. So like if you have one of those, you can do this whole thing and make a candle and put it under that and put the cute fall things on top and you'll be fine. Or if you don't care about the dried botanicals and stuff on top, you can just make the candle and put some fragrance oil in. It has to be fragrance oil, not essential oils. Essential oils can burn your house down. There's a lot of things that can burn your house down. I'm so sorry that this is so chaotic. I have a newfound respect for people who make candles. But yeah, so the candle is almost done melting, and then I'm gonna pour the wax into, I just have this like muffin tin thing. I'm gonna pour it in here and use this as a mold, and then put some stuff on top to make it look pretty, and put some stuff in it to make it smell good. I really hope this works, you guys. Hi, it's me again with another thing I just learned, and that is that when you are adding your fragrance oil to the wax, I said wax this time, not max, amazing. When you're adding it, the wax should be about 180 degrees, and I have no idea how to tell if it's that temperature because I don't have a thermometer. So I am just gonna be guesstimating, but if you have a thermometer where you can tell the temperature of the wax, I would recommend doing that to get the best scent experience for yourself. All right, I'm ladling in the wax now. This is probably gonna be kind of a bitch to clean. Looks like it's gonna make like 8. These could be good gifts, you guys. I'm just gonna take some cinnamon sticks and put them on top. Cinnamon sticks, really hard to break. God, are these made of steel? I don't expect you to be that tough. And I also have these dried flowers that I want to kind of sprinkle in. I just think that the cinnamon stick is going to catch on fire in the wax melter. I'm not going to put one in every single one. I'll look it up later. Okay, so I ended up freezing the molds after I decorated them, and now I'm going to try to get them out. I froze them so that I would be able to get them out because it makes them like harder, so they'll just pop right out instead of ruining them when I take them out. So here we go. Oh, okay, that worked perfectly. This one actually looks pretty cute. Some of them look a little wonky because I didn't realize how quickly the wax was gonna harden, and when I went to put the toppings on, the wax was kind of already hard and they weren't like sinking in. So then I put a little leftover wax on top of the stuff that I tried to put in at first, and then it just made them a little silly. So lesson learned, have all your shit ready to go as soon as you pour the wax in, because you have to immediately put your toppings in. Oh my god. Oh, these are super easy to get out. I thought this was going to be significantly more challenging. They smell pretty good. I think you're supposed to let them cure for like a day or two to let the scent really soak in, so I'm not going to melt any of these for a couple of days. But my first reaction right now is that they turned out pretty cute for me doing this for my first time ever, and also not planning on doing it at all because I thought I was going to make a candle. But yes, like I said, I'm not going to melt these for 2 days, but I will make sure to get a clip of it and I'll put it here for you to see it melting in a couple days, and I'll let you know if it smelled good. How's that sound? Sound good? Amazing. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do for my fall decor right now is I want to do a mosaic, but with like preserved fall leaves. I've seen this in a few different places and I think it looks really cool. So when I was at the thrift store, I found these two matching frames. It was exactly what I had in mind. And I want to collect some leaves, preserve them, and then take this out and just create like a mosaic and then hang it in our living room. One, I think it'd be really fun to make. Two, I think it's cool because it'd be made from natural decor. And three, I think it would be a really nice kind of subtle nod to fall without being like, here's a pumpkin, here's a leaf. Although, I don't know, maybe I'll make it look like a pumpkin or like a leaf. But the problem is that the leaves have not changed color yet, so I can't really do that one right now. Also, I'm gonna probably try to do something with this stuff that's on here because it does look very fall-like, but I just don't really love the way that it's made right now. Oh, somebody signed the back of this. This is in cursive. This is from a long time ago because nobody writes in cursive now. Vicness Al Shohana Kingsport. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that says Iowa. Well, I'm sorry to whoever made these. They are lovely, but they're gonna get repurposed. So yeah, that may need to end up being a different video. It might just end up being on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a part two. We're really getting mixed up with letters today. But yeah, probably keep an eye out on TikTok and Instagram for that tutorial. And otherwise, I hope you're feeling inspired to go to the thrift store or go outside and figure out a way to make some low-waste fall decor so that you can have the Rory Gilmore pumpkin spice Halloweeny fall of your dreams. And I think I'm gonna leave you on that note. I'll see you next Friday.